So Dan, a goalless draw at home to Hull City. How do you see that game?
Yeah, it was a difficult game. We knew they were going to have a lot of possession, and I think we dealt fairly well with it, especially second half. Last 20 minutes, there's only one team really that's looking to win it in the end, even though they had a couple of chances on the break. But we were the ones obviously dominating the last 25-30 minutes, I'd say. Couldn't find the finish, didn't hit the target often enough. But yeah, it was another gritty performance. Obviously, our games have been really tough. It's not easy mentally when you have the season we've had, and the last 8 games. Every game at the moment is against a team that's playing for promotion, and we're kind of a little bit in no man's land. So every credit to the players, because it's not easy. It's not easy to to match a level when you play against a team that has a promotion chase and has something heavy to play for week in, week out, and like I said, we were a bit in no man's land and just preparing for next season. So every credit to the players for another great fight, and obviously their willingness to stop the ball going in the net, and blocks from everywhere and tackles and whatever else. Just that clinical edge was missing a bit going forward.
Do you feel playing against teams that are in and around the promotion places motivates the squad a little bit more?
It doesn't really matter who we play against, but obviously we want to be up there. We want to play for promotion, and that was the target this season. Didn't go to plan. The first 6-7 months were very, very difficult and frustrating. But obviously over the last 2 months, you can see how we can play. With the desire, with the willingness. That's obviously a minimum when you wear the shirt that we're wearing. And now the target is obviously to make the fans proud going into next season, and for them to look forward to next season, and for us as well to prepare as well as we can with Clevs. Obviously, the players absolutely adore him is the wrong word, but obviously he's been absolutely fantastic from a human being point of view to a sporting point of view. So he's certainly got a big future ahead of himself.
And a point earned largely thanks to an early penalty save from yourself. How great did that feel?
Yeah, it's obviously it's quite funny. Obviously I know Ozzy. He used to play here, so it was a bit of a double bluff because I know he normally goes the other way. So I thought, he knows that I know where he's going, so he's probably thinking I'm going that way. So no, it's one of those. It's a bit of luck involved as well in penalties as a goalkeeper. I'm not a believer that. Well, certainly the fact that you're not a great goalkeeper just because you save penalties. It's a lot of luck involved. Had luck today. And one thing I will say though is I think our stats this season with penalties faced, I don't think, how many did we face? 4 or 5? I don't think many have gone in from the spot directly, because I think Hames saved 2, and I must have saved a couple as well now. So that must be quite an interesting stat to have. But yeah, no, like I said, it's the luck was on my side there today, and that's it.
But it wasn't just the penalty. You stepped out with some great saves. There was a free kick towards the end as well. Sort of how important is it for you, do you feel, to play your part in the team?
Yeah, I just love playing football. I love making saves, and obviously I'd like an afternoon where I don't touch the ball and we win 2-0 every game. That doesn't happen. So the other alternative is to have quite a bit to do my job and keep the ball out of the net whenever I can, and I just I want to keep clean sheets. I want to win games. So it is enjoyable, even though obviously I'd rather concede one and win the game. But yeah, it is enjoyable when you're busy as a goalkeeper, and obviously you feel like you're not getting beat. Because that's the kind of feeling you get as well. Obviously, especially when you save a penalty early on, you kind of feel a bit, like you can't get beat today. But it's my job at the end of the day, so I'm glad I've done it well today.
And it was really nice to hear the fans singing your name throughout the game. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, it's nice. Obviously, I've got my kids and my wife here, which is obviously nice. I know my son will say, "Daddy, why were they singing your name all game?" Which is obviously, he doesn't quite understand. For him, I'm just dad. I'm not a footballer, and he loves Jake Livermore, and for him, he's like, "Oh my God, my dad plays with Jake Livermore," and he doesn't quite understand that I'm a footballer as well, which is obviously brilliant. Talking about them, there they are. It's obviously nice to get the appreciation from the fans, and just obviously thanks to them as well, just for sticking with us, because like I said, it was really frustrating for us this season. So you can only imagine how they feel, on a weekly basis when things aren't going well. And so yeah, we can just say thanks to them and hopefully be more successful next year.
Brilliant. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.